We are going to go into a reading about Tristan Tate here, and we're not going to ask the question, how do I know if I'm doing anything wrong? We're just going to go in and explain these colored in centers about who he is. So, let's start at the top here. This is called the head center. It means he has a fixed way of inspirationally being out there or a fixed way of being inspired. He's a person who is both abstract and logical and has a very unique way of thinking about things. Tristan also has a fixed way of conceptualizing things. That means that the way he thinks and the way that he conceptualizes is going to be done in a very unique way. Mostly abstract though, resulting from experiences. What's interesting that is that I bet when Tristan walks into a room, I bet people are going to be mentally pressured to get some things done, which is quite unique because only 30% of the world has this defined. So moving down to this brown center here, this is the throat center, and this is about being seen and how you put things out into the world. And Tristan has a fixed way of being seen, of how he manifests things, of how he impacts the world. Let's talk about this yellow diamond here in the center. And this yellow diamond, we're talking about a fixed way of showing your identity, showing love, or showing a direction in life. And this is a rare thing to have colored in as well. This is the heart center. It's not about love, but it's about willpower and it's about control. So he does have a fixed way of which he does control things or uses that willpower. Moving over here, we have the solar plexus, and this is where Tristan really needs to take time and have patience. These people do need to wait for clarity, and there is no truth in the now. So, Tristan, we're going to get into this channel stuff here. Tristan just wants to start stuff just to finish stuff. Tristan just wants to start things just to have an experience for experience's sake. Tristan is possibly going to blame it on other people when it doesn't turn out the way he envisioned it. But yes, Tristan is like a jack of all trades, master of none. But he really does not spend a lot of time on one particular thing. He may spend like a decade or two, but that's not a lifetime. So he is a jack of all trades. He's very transitory. Um, he is a person that has ideas, and he is also a person, like I said, who has this very unique awareness, the design of a thinker. This over here is the channel of initiation, a design of needing to be first. So that's where a lot of competitive people's competitiveness comes from, is from right here. Like I said before we even started this recording, this is what his body is. He's just naturally a competitive person who has this behavior that's gonna go in that direction. This is what his mind thinks he's doing. So he just thinks he's floating around like a reflector. But this is what he really is. Now, going into some of this information as well, you have a way of keeping still so that you can get done your tasks. You have a way of smelling talent. You have a way of smelling liars. You have this joy of life, and you are a fighter. It's in your body to be a fighter. And you are enthusiastic about the skills that you do have. Now, let's look into the shining light out into the world, um, self actualization and discovery. It seems like that's going to be a really interesting lifetime journey, discovery and self actualization. The type of environment that Tristan needs in order to be successful is he needs a place where he can look into things, get the solid foundation beneath his feet. He needs the research needing to be done, the time and space to be able to have that done, and having enough space to be able to work through it and feel comfortable enough to bring it to the people that it's meant to be brought to. And the type of people that Tristan needs to be around in order to be successful is like this universalization type of experience. So, him being known worldwide is quite the platform for that. And, it's being seen or conditioning or being conditioned by something. So, is he being conditioned or is he conditioning something? So, Chad is telling me that he did kickboxing and then went on to boxing. So, yeah, he's going to be needing to be conditioned. All right. Now, let's talk about the white stuff in the chart. This down here is the root center. And people may call Tristan a procrastinator, but he's not. He's not lazy. He knows exactly the proper timing of what is needed to get done, and people trying to pressure him to get it done sooner isn't going to do it unless he's in his not self. If he's in his not self, he's going to run around like a chicken with its head cut off just to try to get rid of that pressure, just to realize that the to-do list is still long. But he may not know when enough's enough if he's in his not self, and he may hold on to people, places, or things a little bit longer than he should when he's in his not self. Or he may be letting go of support systems that actually really do support him. I don't need that. Fuck that. So, what could we see the not self as in Tristan? He'll be running around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to show that he is a good support system, or he is just having these terrible experiences or people in his life just to show that he can grow that environment or just give power to it. All right. Now, there is one last thing that I wanted to say. He's a person who's good at showing the world what the group is like. He's a good person to bring parties together or commitments together. Not saying that he'll go to them, or not saying that he'll do them himself. It's just that he's good at it. Yes. The main thing here to know is that Tristan really needs to take his time. Otherwise, he's just going to end up angry. I bet when he's instantaneous that he ends up frustrated, ends up angry. You need time to process things. So if somebody else gets it faster than you, Tristan, don't be mad about that, because everyone's different. You just need time to ingest. You have a big impact in the world, and it's best to inform those that are part of the ordeal, because you're going to leave ripples. Let's just say that you're going to quit your job and you tell nobody, and then you just leave, and everybody is super impacted by that, and your friends would have wished that you had told them at your job, or your boss could have done something differently if you would have just told them, but it's your impact is huge, and you are here to inform before you do, so that people can either get out of the way or be an ally in helping you. Now, what makes you a very empowering people is your needing to be first. What inspires people is the way you think, the unique way in which your inspiration hits. That's how you're going to be empowering and inspirational. But yes, I want to thank you for your time. If you want to do somebody else, just come live to Twitch or just write down in the comment section who you want to do. Thank you so much for your time.